Assalamu alaikum and welcome back. And thank you for joining Shaded's Ramadan series, where we're shedding light on the beautiful lessons that we can take from Surah Yusuf alayhi salam. Going on to lesson number 19, we're talking about the consistency in character. Throughout the course of our lives, we strive to find good companions, and we want those that are good to surround us and help us and allow us to grow and prosper. But are we good companions to others? There comes a point where we must ask ourselves if we are the type of people whose company that we actively seek out. Do we desire to be with those that are similar to us? Because being a good human lies at the essence of our identities as Muslims who live in His way, in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's way. So we must strive to be this way in any and every case of our life, in our private affairs and in our public affairs. Now, Yusuf alayhi salam was faced with situations which put him among people who are not entirely good and have the best of intentions, but this is no way allowed his character to waver. He did not change who he was based off where he was or who he was surrounded with. Although his innocence had already been proven by the fact that his shirt was torn from behind, Yusuf alayhi salam was still sent to prison. And in fact, it was something that he himself desired. He was not found guilty and sent to prison. He was proven innocent, but he chose and desired imprisonment than to fall into something that will displease Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Where he says, "My Lord, I would prefer prison to what these women are calling me to do." Despite the circumstances, he presented himself to be of the muhsineen, those that have a person that has excellent character, those that are constantly reaching the highest levels of goodness. On almost every occasion, the most pressing example of this was during his time in prison, where he was surrounded with all these criminals or people that did things unjustly, and he was considered to be in a place where the lowest social ranks at the time. And yet, he referred to them all the time as my fellow prisoners. He did not think of himself better, nor did he think of himself innocent and they're guilty. He opened up with pure intentions, showing his beautiful characteristic traits to his fellow prisoners, demonstrating the utmost respect to even the outcasts of society. So even in a situation that is displeasing for him, Yusuf alayhi salam kept his and maintained his good character. And this is something very important for us. We cannot control what people do to us, but we can control how we react to it. And the way we work on our worship to Allah is the same way we have to work on improving our character day in and day out. Days led to weeks, and weeks led to months, and Yusuf alayhi salam found himself in a cell for much longer than he had ever anticipated. Often we find that it is easy to display our best selves and the best of our character in times of goodness or ease. It's very easy for us to be calm, cool, and collected when everything is going great and we're experiencing goodness. But true character shows when we're faced with a calamity or when we're faced with a hardship. What is the first reaction? This usually talks about what's within, and what's within comes out when we're not really in a comfortable situation, subhanAllah. Or to be excellent when we are in the presence of those that are higher in society. So we tend to be more restricted in the way we behave in front of others that we think highly of. Though this is a good trait to have, obviously, we don't want to be showing bad attributes in certain circumstances, but this is not what is only asked. That we should try our best to jahid that nafs, to struggle with our own soul, to being good wherever we are, in whatever condition we're in. And this reminder is to display good character at all times, as demonstrated by Yusuf alayhi salam continuously, even as he later goes to the lowly social status as being a prisoner to one of authority and high status in society. People continue to say the very same thing about Yusuf alayhi salam, which was, we see that you are a person of excellence. The Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam was known for his character. No matter where he was, whatever circumstance he was in, he displayed this excellence of character. And this immense level of consistency in his character was what helped him win over the hearts of the people. Sometimes we don't understand the true fruits of just being good, speaking good, acting good, and you'll see that you will win the hearts of the people around him, and most importantly, he earned him the high rank in this life to come. After all, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ informed us that those closest to him on the Day of Judgment will be those who displayed the best in character. This is why it's important for us to understand that as we strive and we work on these rituals, these worship rituals, as we pray and we fast, we want to make sure that we're working on improving our character and making our character of that is honest, that is humble, that is giving, that is kind, that is compassionate, that is helpful in every aspect, because a good character will attract goodness and people will love you, and you will win the hearts of the people by that beautiful character. And subhanAllah, not only will win us the hearts of the people, but it will also earn us the love of Allah and will bring us that close ranks with the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. So much like Prophet Yusuf ﷺ before us, we must learn how best to show goodness at all times and become people of excellence, which is reaching the level of ihsan, as actions speak louder than words. We can constantly talk of how good we are, but can we show and demonstrate and display how good we are by our actions? Because really, truly, actions speak louder than words. Then making this the most appropriate way to propagate the true message of our faith. Our faith is teaching us how to be good with Allah, how to turn to Allah, how to seek Allah, but also how to interact with others. It is our character that will beautify our faith and will display our faith beautifully to others, even prior to dialogue. So we can say a lot of things, but if we don't act it and put it into practice, then those words don't mean much. Kindness and good character settle in the hearts of the people more than words could ever do. More than words could ever do. So don't be people that talk, be people that act. Aspire to be the person who leaves goodness in all the lives that you touch with the essence of your character and your actions. Be people that have a positive impact on yourself and others through displaying that beautiful character. Please stay tuned and follow Shaded for more life lessons from Surah Yusuf alayhi salam. Jazakumullah kull khair for your time, and I pray that you have a blessed day.